Martin.
In 1953 in northeastern Arkansas, I had seen lights above the river for 3 nights running.
Call 888-STERN-101 with your questions. The Riley Martin Show on Howard 101.
Hello, good evening. Good people, welcome to the Riley Martin Show. We're glad you're here. Today is January 31, going into February 1, 2012. Welcome to the Riley Martin Show. Back in the studio tonight, the one and only, the little man with the big plan. I speak of none other than the great producer, actor, composer, writer, sky jumper. I speak of none other than the great Matt, Little Nicky Scarfo, Nicosia. Shout out to the lovely Angela. And of course, tooling down the road, easy, and not really greasy, but really pleasy to the girly easies. I speak of none other than the great man, the big man with the plan. The big man that's cruising and grooving. I speak of none other than the great Double O, Al Regon. And shout out to the lovely Michelle. Yes, and I asked Iran, I said, Iran, get me. I need a man that's pretty much as good as me with the big 50 Henry Buffalo rifle. A man who is willing, if he have to fight back down a grizzly bar with a Bowie knife that comes up out of the swamp area. And if his girl is around and he hasn't got much time, be able to flip over and get her done. And I speak of none other. He said, ain't but one man fits that bill. I speak of none other than the great Matt Panther.
Shoot him up, spaceman.
From about Dawsonville, Georgia. And a great shout out to Ben and Sheila, his mom and dad down that way. He's also my white son, too, you know. And of course, by my side, as usual, the one and only, the great, the inimitable, and quite brilliant, if I must say. I speak of none other than Eric Eron Macaulay.
My honor, spaceman.
Yes, indeedy. And welcome to the Riley Martin Show, people. And everything. I guess you are keeping an eye on all of the political situations and things like that. It is no longer a race for the White House. You've got a toss-up between a robber baron or a sellout, addle-brained abomination, something of that nature, a freak, sex freak, maniacal abomination. That's what you got a choice between in this race here. Now, what in the world is going on? But anyway, welcome to the Riley Martin Show. We're glad you're here. Talk to me, Ron.
Okay, don't you think that if these extraterrestrials that you know, that if they come up with a well-thought-out plan to get the attention of the entire Earth at one time, and like gave us a pep talk and even some mechanical or logistical help, and that don't you think that that would be advisable, and it wouldn't like overstep the celestial boundaries and all of the restrictions that are supposed to be in there? It seems like they should be able to do this.
Any type of outright sociological expression on their part would ultimately change absolutely everything we have come to accept and know, both sociologically, religiously, and scientifically, and everything else. So they cannot do that to upset the equilibrium of whatever the hell we're doing down here. Nonetheless, they are not so hidden to the extent as to where we're not filming them somewhere every day on the earth and things of that nature. So it stands to reason that they would think that you would be observant enough to by now have figured out that they're here. You see what I mean?
Yes. And when you were in the presence of these ETs, did they ever tell you anything that you came to doubt or that you don't believe?
I question everything, always. And but Tan was able to explain it to me to the extent as to where if I had questions, I did ultimately come to accept it, bearing in mind the observation of what they could do if they wanted to do, if it was of a detrimental nature. I know they have the power, so therefore, if they have not done it since the time of Abraham, then I figure they probably don't mean us any harm. You understand? Which is more
Yes.
than I can say for any group of humankind towards each other.
Okay, people, call us with questions tonight, 888-101. Also, you can email us at RileyMartin@SiriusXM.com. We have a call. Let's go ahead and take this.
Okay.
It's Tal in Hawaii.
Hello, Tal in Hawaii.
Hey, what's up, Riley? Calling from Honolulu, man. Lisa Marie and I on vacation. We wanted
Oh,
to call
beautiful.
and,
I wish I were with you, man.
we had to get away from the cold, Riley.
I know.
You know, we're out here. We're having a little toast to you right now. We're at the Barefoot Bar, and we're having copious amounts of brilliant food and, and alcohol and stuff like that.
Oh, beautiful, man. In fact, if I had gotten a raise from stirring the cheap bastards, then I was going to call and ask Lisa Marie, to go over there, and then we were going to send for you.
That's right. Hey, and she wants to give you a little aloha right now, Riley.
Okay. Hello, darling.
Hi, Riley.
Hi, Lisa Marie. My goodness. It's good to hear your lovely voice, my dear. Have fun over there without me.
We are thinking of you while we are having fun, Riley, and lots of adult beverages.
Well, bless your heart, and do one for me there, darling. And
we certainly will.
Yes,
all right,
indeed.
here's Cal.
Yeah, take care.
Hey. All right, Riley, you and Elon, take care, brother.
Okay, and you too, Tal.
Thanks, Tal.
Have fun, man. God bless.
All right, guys. All right, aloha.
Aloha.
Nice to hear from y'all.
Yeah.
Have one for me, too.
Well, I wish I was over there.
All
I can't go any further than Ohio.
All right, let's take another call then. This will be Jimmy in Pittsburgh.
Hello, Jimmy in Pittsburgh.
Hey, what's going on, Riley?
Well, nothing much, Jimmy.
Yeah, I was listening to the scientist the other day. His name's Neil Tyson deGrasse or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about the Drake equation, but something about the number of planets in our galaxy that can harbor life.
Right.
And I was just wondering, are you gay on those planets too? You gay?
Yeah, well, I mean, otherwise, son, you just remain gay on this one. You know what I mean?
Here's Bill in Pennsylvania.
Hello, Bill in Pennsylvania.
Hey, Riley. Hey, I heard Fran Drescher got abducted by aliens this past week.
She was saying at some point in her life that she had an alien experience. And I found out that her boyfriend on the Fran Drescher show is named Riley Martin, which is...
Oh, really? Does he suck a bunch of black cocks?
Well, no, it just seemed to be something like a coincidence, but I like her. So, she can go ahead and use my name if she wishes.
All right. You have something, Matthew?
Yeah, this is an interesting story that's been in the news lately, Riley. I want to get your take on it.
All right.
A shipwreck hunter named Peter Lindbergh recently took a sonar scan of what he believes to be a UFO in the bottom of the Baltic Sea. It's a disc-shaped object at 80 meters down, and it's as big as a 747. Do you think he's found anything here?
Possibly so. We have found down ships starting at Roswell and other places, Russia and other places, Israel. Is it possible? But from what you're showing me, the sonar reading and all of this, and the caricatures that they drew of it, it is more or less the shape of existing ships, or it may be a rock formation that was at one time a landing pad for a ship. Unless I could dive on it or something of that nature, I could not give a complete assessment of it, Matt.
Yeah.
But it's something that's not natural.
Yeah, he's actually going ahead and letting people buy tickets to go on the first submarine tour of the place right when he sees it.
Right.
Wish I was on there.
Yeah.
Well, since this is the bottom of the ocean, and you said that the Niptonians are underneath the oceans of the Earth, do you know anything about the inside of their facilities? Do you know anything about the dimensions of how much space they take up down there?
Well, some of the installations are quite large. There is one installation out in the Mariel Trench that is probably as big as, say, Chicago. However, it is covered with glass, literally glass domes. And I understand that after a period of time, the pressure of the water on the symmetrical glass domes causes them to even get stronger in the passing time instead of deteriorating and what have you. But yes, they are beneath the waters of our planet.
Yes, and you confirm that these Neptunians were the ones that came and helped civilize humans, correct?
Well, yeah, they played a part in it. They played a part. The Dogon called them Namans or Nomans or something of that nature, water people that came up out of the ocean several thousands of years ago, and more or less started to teach them about various things having to do with astronomy and things of that nature.
Yes.
As well as other things, medicine, animal husbandry, and things of that nature. So yeah, they have also played an integral part in the history of mankind.
Yeah, that was fascinating. And one more thing about the Neptunians. How do you think that they transferred this information to humans? Did they do it telepathically? Did they talk to them? Or how do you think they communicated?
I would imagine, for instance, Biavians, if they were talking to you, you would hear it in English. Or if if a guy from Mexico, he would hear it in Spanish. A guy from Iraq would hear it in Urdu, and what have you. So I imagine they easily overcame that problem.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can get an intelligent human question here.
Okay.
This is Omar in Baltimore.
Hello, Omar, Baltimore.
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Black History Month to both of you.
Hey, thanks.
It should be cool. Are you and Iran going to make Matt Panther your white sex slave?
Well, no, kid. We were planning on making your sister that.
Here's Steve in Pennsylvania, Riley.
Hello, Steve in Pennsylvania.
Hey, Riley, how are you doing? It's the mothership.
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
Okay, Steve.
Well, the reason I'm calling you is because your black ass is due back any minute.
Yeah, well, yeah, and so has your uncle's. He was black and inbred. That's how they got you.
Here's an email question. This is from Carl Walker and Lori in San Diego again. Okay. They usually send good questions. They have two of them tonight. I'm going to give you one of them here. They're asking, with so many thousands of people being airlifted, it occurs that several will probably be sick or have some type of illness. They want to know if the Biavians have a plan for treating sick people once you airlift all these people.
I am told, given to understand, that any form of human illness, be it all the way down to amputeeism or anything of that nature, will be immediately taken care of. They have what we would consider hospital units or something of that nature, that they would take a person in and within a matter of hours would clear up all deficiencies, genetic or otherwise, blood pressure, etc., etc. They would do that. The only thing they will not do is purify the immune system. That is, take away your ability to catch a cold or something like that. They must leave that intact.
Okay, at one point you described some type of a wand, for lack of a better description of it, and you said that they touched you with this and it had an effect to alleviate some pain. Could you describe that and give a little bit more detail on that?
Yeah, I had before. I was before the ship. I had the misfortune of having to fight about 3 guys, and they did crack a few ribs and what have you, and Nella did take a little blue wand type thing and touch